Give me 1 second, chat. I'm looking through my OBS frame tracking because I'm getting some prompts since the start of the broadcast that frames were being dropped. Oh yeah, it seems like it actually already cut off to an independent stream. The first one lasting a minute 40. So yeah, we can get rid of that one. But on that, so far so good. Seems to be stable. Fingers crossed, nothing will happen along the way. So anyway, welcome back to the Neverhood. After our last session, I decided on a whim to peep my progress without spoiling myself, but it seems that even whilst getting stuck on some puzzles, we already made it halfway into the game, roughly, which leads me to believe that it's not a very long adventure to begin with. So yeah, I guess we may as well just double down and try to wrap things up tonight. So without further ado, let's mosey on. Oh, there's another dropped frame warning. The hell is happening? Ugh. Please do not persist. Really don't need a repeat of what happened during the Rise of the Triad stream a while back. Okay, before we jump directly to where I last left off, let's make use of all this free space that I have on our quote-unquote sidebars. Let's see what we got. What could I chuck in this time around? Have an entire folder here worth of memes. Yeah, sure. I haven't really relied on Kermit that much lately in terms of his stream presence, so sure. Why not make a throwback? Frosty has recently brought up the concept of the thermometer relation to my early Castlevania streaming days, and man, I really should revive that gimmick, even as a one-off. I already did that at some point. I can't remember off the top of my head when exactly did I pull it out, but I technically still have it. I still have the entirety of the setup here in my OBS memory, so I guess whenever we get to play a particularly rage-inducing game, now that I think about it, Lords of the Fallen would be an optimal game considering what we've gone through. But hey, on the flip side, we get double the frog. Okay, jumping right here to the wonderful sounds of Neverhood. If anything, this soundtrack will be forever resonating in my mind from now onwards. They really just gave the auxiliary core to the composer who like, listen buddy, we need you to compose a soundtrack for a silly claymation game about a Scrimblow doofus doing random things, like taking his head off. And I think you'll come to agree that he nailed it. Okay, so we're in this makeshift laboratory kind of environment, and the current conundrum that we are stuck on is, what do we do about this apparatus? So we kind of have already an idea on how to operate it. Namely, we got these 5 crystals, which we gotta shift around and use a light switch here to see what colors they take, depending on the way they're facing. And based on that, we have to get the right combination going on. Now, the issue with that is I don't really know what kind of color sequence the game expects me to do. I mean, it did give me a bone, in the sense that, hang on 1 second. No, none of that. I'm probably gonna do is chuck that into OBS. But yeah, these are 2 independent screenshots I've taken from different areas in the game. So essentially, this 2 set of vials has a total of 6 colors, and these seem to correspond to what you can obtain from the gems. Now, the issue with that lies in the fact that we got 6 of these. However, there are only 5 crystals to speak of. Not only that, but if we were to assume that to what extent these vials are filled with liquid is how I'm supposed to arrange those gems in a particular order, that doesn't really hold any water, because those containers are filled to like 3 sets of degrees, whereas we only have 2 levels of gems. So I tried fiddling around with different combinations depending on what these vials represent, and I haven't really gotten any results, nothing of significance. So I think I'm kind of overthinking this puzzle in that sense. Like, it definitely has to do something with the colors that we have here, these 6, in some particular string. But I can't look at these on a surface level and just expect that to reflect what's happening in the laser room, if you get what I mean. So we'll probably have to look around elsewhere, either in this room or maybe the immediate area, for some kind of clue. Hey, what's up, Noford? I'm doing pretty good. Just enjoying some video games after a intense week of work. How are things on our end, partner? As far as interactable things go, we have this string here which turns off the lights. Which I kind of need to see what colors come up in the chamber. It gets very loud once I activate the mechanism, so apologies in advance. Volume warning. I kind of blew everyone's ears off by spamming this during a trial and error sequence, wrapping up last session. But unless you memorize how these light up every single time, there's no freaking way I'll be able to pull this off otherwise. Interestingly, this little part comes up whenever I turn the lights off, but I can't seem to interact with it by clicking. Other than that, this part here shows me the 3 vials in this room. Except I can't seem to climb the staircase when it's dark. Maybe I just need to be precise with my clicks. I don't know, we can still do it. So, there's one set. And I showed off in the image. The one other thing that changes, which I've just noticed, is when it's dark, this little door here disappears. As well as, dang it, Bobby. Now, what did I tell you about putting a death laser in the family living room? I did! It's a science project. What kind of a science project involves disintegrating a perfectly fine couch? Sorry, that's my half-baked King of the Hill tangent. Okay, the moment I veer off here, it puts me automatically in the test tube. Now we can't pull off a similar stunt as in the archives when you could just stretch this doorway and move along, so wait a minute. Okay, I just realized. This doorway disappears in the dark while this doesn't, so maybe the game is trying to point to something with it. Oh, could this be like a shrinking device? And I'm gonna come in as a... I'm gonna come out as a little Clayman, and I basically have to mosey along here. You know what? That would make sense. Huh. Okay, here's a wild idea that I didn't consider. What if this is actually a code? Like at first I didn't pay much attention to it because I was like, haha, fun Easter egg. Maybe there was a Bobby on the development team. But now that I think about it, pertaining to this little doorway also disappearing in the dark. Oh, not much, no further. I was just asking, how are you doing on this fine Saturday evening slash afternoon, depending on your time zone? Hang on. Let's Let's pull this up once again and check what colors we have. So there's orange, yellow, purple, blue, green, red. Bobby. Blue, orange, blue, blue, yellow. Oh my word, that could actually be it. That could actually be the solution. Man, if that's the case, that is old school point and click logic right here. Hidden in plain sight, but if you miss it, well, it's kind of on you for not paying attention to environmental storytelling. Alright, short and direct, but let's give it a try. So blue, orange, blue, blue, yellow. Yo, 90 years old and still going. All the best to your grandmother. Hope she makes it to the big 100. I mean, it's a pretty advanced age, but I remember my own grandmother was doing still pretty good. Oh, great grandma. That's even more jaw dropping of a realization. Damn. Already seeing 3 generations of family members grow with her. Alright, I have to turn this thing off first. And then we can experiment. So, chat, I expect you to remember blue, orange, blue, blue, yellow. It's gonna be on the test, so take notes. There you go. There's a diligent student right there. What's up, Frosty? What's up, Smash? Good to see you two guys. Now, since I have 2 of my fellow analog horror enthusiasts present, did you guys get to peep Midwest Angelica? If not, please do. It is amazing. I binged that whole 3-hour upload in a span of 2 days. Awesome editing and story beats. There's also 2 short follow-ups that the guy uploaded not too long ago, actually, like a month, 2. So it seems to be still an ongoing project. I immediately subscribed and we'll be keeping track. From what I understand, the creator was previously attached to Eventide Media Center, a separate analog horror anthology. Not sure if any of you peeped that one before. I'm only familiar with it on a surface level, but I mean, considering the production value of Angelica, I might give Eventide a shot. 7 kids, wow. That is a big family. I mean, my mom also does come from a pretty large household. She had 5 siblings, which is kind of a stark contrast to my father's side, because he was an only child growing up. Okay, so that was green, yellow, orange, purple. Um, yeah, we gotta shift these around completely. I'm gonna try and spread out the activation sequence so we don't get absolutely ear blasted. It is a little much to handle, considering that we still have the penis music warming its way into our brains. Let's maybe do these two at once so it's easier to keep track. Essentially, I need orange second and yellow last, and then we can set the other two to blue. Okay. It's shaping up nicely. Seems we're only missing the fourth one. Personally, I have brother and half sister from my dad's previous relationship. We don't really keep up with my sister because she basically lives on the other side of the country, and we never really had much in common to begin with. But I'm glad at least I got the sibling experience with my brother because I feel I would have been a different person if I had to grow up on my own, and at the very least, you know, besides my brother being an upstanding guy, he did rub off on me as far as my music tastes go, because whereas my father passed on to me the really old school rock bands like Deep Purple and Dire Straits, my brother happens to be a little more into the heavy metal side, so bands like Judas Priest. That was what he listened to growing up, so he had some cassettes back in the day. I got to be exposed to that kind of music by proxy, and thus I became the man I was. A rock fan of very eclectic and broad taste. The chances are, dear Frosty, that we happen to be brothers from different mother, as the saying goes. That's kind of a given, no further impact, because very rarely do you see sibling dynamics where they happen to be of the same disposition as one another, unless you happen to be like twins, which I mean, even then, when you genetically resemble so closely one another in terms of appearance, it's still scientifically proven that they tend to be of very different personalities and tastes. So that's more of like a upbringing thing. Like as long as the parents make sure that you understand each other's boundaries and grow social skills that can help you overcome your differences eventually. Well, what did you know? We are now Tiny Clayman, albeit faster. Can actually jump on the switch and turn on the lights? No, too small. Oh. Okay, I didn't expect to turn up here. Oh, right, because we have this staircase leading up here. Fair enough. Wait, if I'm small, can I actually pick up the audio log? No. So I have to grow back in size. So, what's happening here? More vials, it would seem. Can I interact with this contraption in any capacity? I can. Oh, wait. Is this where the exact combination I saw on one of the screens will come up? Oh shit, you actually might be onto something. What if this is an alternate timeline connected to the Legacy of Kain series? I mean, concerning what note the first Soul Reaver ended on, with us following Kain through the time portal, we're moseying on to the ever so troublesome narrative problem of well, we've just introduced time travel, so everything is about to get extremely messed up. So red filled only to 1 shot, 2 shots of green, and full vial of blue. Well, I actually gonna have to measure this out. Well, thankfully, it does show the markings on the glass. So, I guess that's right. Okay, I mean, do we get anything out of that? We did pick up the thing, but I imagine this would have made me grow back to regular size. Oof. Once I saw the Steam reviews, I was like, nope. Not touching that one with a 10-foot pole. Which is such a darn shame because, oh my god, they had such a great foundation going on. I saw the trailer, the gorgeous 2D artwork. It was like, oh man, a Legacy of Kain game that feels somewhat spiritually close to the original. And then it turns out that they made their own fanfiction using Legacy of Kain universe. Anyway, Soul Reaver 2 soon. I get the feeling that even at its worst gameplay-wise, I will still end up enjoying the second Soul Reaver game more so than anything to the Legacy of Kain, the new one, gave to us. Oh, there we go. It was missing one extra dose of blue. So now we can take away the screen here. Oof. Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty depressing thought to consider. You know what is my personal distressing thought in that regard, as far as voice actors are considering? Stephen Wade isn't getting any younger, the voice of Caleb, and as far as Blood, the video game franchise goes, it is in a state of absolute limbo. And I don't think Atari is interested in bringing it back, besides milking the original. That is true. The first time I played Dusk, I heard Neil Philip speak. I was like, wait, what the fuck? I know this guy. And then I look up the credits. I'm like, Stephen Wade is in this? Despite their shortcomings with Summer Masters, New Blood is pretty base. Like, they are able to pull some strings in the industry. Check out this handsome fella. Looks a little like our Buddy Clayman here. Now, if I were to make a conspiracy theory, this looks oddly a lot like your average machine life from Nier Automata. Could Neverhood have predicted Nier? I like the clay mustache on this guy. It's just one string, very sausage-like. Oh, I kinda just clicked that on a whim, but jackpot. Man, we just can't free ourselves from this particular track now, can we? That's a lot of VHS tapes. How are we doing on our progress? Halfway through. So we're missing 9 of them. Yeah, as stated before, we'll watch the entire thing once we get all of them. Ooh. Hmm. Do I wanna be here? Probably not yet. Pretty sure there was another exit we could have taken. Good to know, however, that we do have a shortcut available. Here's hoping this saved the progress. Well, not really, but my memory is good enough that I can replicate the effect. You probably can't really see it well enough on your end because of the different resolution on Twitch and bitrate, but on my end, because this is stretched out on a bigger screen, you can kind of see the artifacts around the Clayman's model. Those final details that were not supposed to be viewed by prying eyes back in the day, and you could have tucked away with different tech. Just comes to show that this game truly deserves a revamped version, at least with upscale visuals. I did see one thread on the Scum VM engine forum where someone was working on a HD version of the Neverhood, but the last post was from like 3 years ago. I don't think that project went anywhere from there. Okay, what we got now? More bizarre technology. So this thing keeps flashing despite me pressing it. See, my first thought was maybe I gotta match the pace with which this first one is flashing by trying a suitable combination. That doesn't seem to be it. Off the top of my head, none of these in particular look familiar. I mean, there was this one monitor that produced bizarre symbols in a sequence, and some of them had a particularly distinct sound effect playing while I was scrolling. Oh! What the... Did I just brute force this puzzle? I mean, I'll take it. I don't know if I'll be able to get back, depending if I need to put the proper code in. Anyway, this is the universe. It's not a particularly big one. Are we about to enact Armageddon? This is literally the only thing keeping the setting together. Oh, it's that guy that we kept saying for a while now. He's thinking about it. Well, in fairness, you are a clay life form. I can't imagine you're particularly strong. Me, when I try to lift a little more over my usual capacity at the gym. By God, the madman actually did it. Oh. That actually made it so this whole world connects now. Clayman, get out of the way. I fear that nail might be coming down on you any second now. Oh, that's the part where we had a dead end before. So the lore implications, I say lore like this game, this silly little game made with clay, has a deeper narrative. It actually does. I'm not even joking. If you remember me going through the archive with that massive wall of text, yeah, there's a lot going on here. Behind the scenes. But based on what we saw, I'm gonna assume that that evil-looking fella intentionally separated this world in half, and now we brought it back to its original state. Ooh. Yet another completely different screen. And I get not one, but two tapes. That brings us down to what, 7? Oh. Do I have to be fast enough, or is that gonna happen regardless? literally just have to be fast enough.
Oh, it's you! Hi! Go away! I gave it to Holler Records. The guy goes and he keeps coming back. I don't get it. I wish he'd just go away. He'll probably do it again.
You bet I will.
Oh, it's you! Hi! Go away!
Man. One of the few NPCs with spoken lines, and it's an asshole. Oh, I suppose the only way is forward. But with that advancement, we've kind of opened up a new hub area, potentially, depending on how much there's to do in here. I'm gonna say let's try this red building first. I don't think you should be spinning it around that much. That was uncalled for. You know, and little quote-unquote sheep fella should have been faster. Yeah, of course that would have been the convenient purple fella with a mallet to play whack-a-mole with us. This looks important. As well as this tape I could have possibly missed. I didn't pay enough attention. Anyway, we are moving places the rapid rate, so let's make sure we save accordingly. Chances are I could have been overthinking, and you're just meant to press that sequentially. Absolutely. Overlay with some bass, and you'd have a sick remix going on. The first person FMV sequences are incredibly heartwarming because it does feel like I'm playing Miss Lover. Up here, where? Wait, is that the teddy bear screaming at me? Um, I suppose, because we got crane controls now. Um, I see. We gotta move the robot to get the teddy bear. The only trick is aligning the dice with the symbols. Not that I saw anything so far that could give me an indication. How to go about it. Can I do anything else in this area?
You have died. The Enclave crushed your balls and took your penis away to a faraway land. Penis raiders hoarded your penis for many years. It was placed into a penis vault along with other larger penises than yours. The penis raiders then built a penis rocket and shot it into space. Your penis is now the only remnant of you that remains, floating in space for the rest of eternity.
See you later, space penis. Floating forever in the void, like cars, during the end of part 2 of JoJo. How's it going, running? Alright, that's got me here, did it? Oh, wait. I think I'm barely seeing about this. So these are likely your options where to go. Yep. That seems to check out. So the only symbol I can't interact with is this one, which we'll have to unlock somehow, I'm guessing. Now to think about it, I probably want to be back in that courtyard area where there was another building we could potentially enter. Yeah, I might stream Skull Monkeys. I'm really in love with the presentation of the Neverhood. And as far as I'm aware, Skull Monkeys is pretty much just this, except in a more arcade-ish format. So I'd be down to trying it. Yeah, what's up, Geese and Desist? Awesome username, by the way. But why must we desist the geese, is my question. What did they do? Look at this varmint over here. The way it stretches itself uncomfortably. I was thinking that maybe we have to mess around with the mouse and the cheese, but seems like it's only here for decoration. Unless this thing is of some importance. You know, you fellas raise a very good argument against geese. Canadian ones in particular are absolute menaces. Those birds don't fuck around. The moment you get too close to the flock, they will come after you. Like, those birds mean business. They will pick a fight. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you take care of rats in your house. Speaking of, this is a pretty interesting visual effect. It really is lead the mouse through the maze, except 2D. Oh my god. You know what it is? It's a browser game you'd play on Newgrounds. 100% back in the day. When you just happened to be sitting in IT class. It was boring. The teacher tasked you with making another sample website that you're never going to put into use anyway, so you're just like, oh, fuck it, I'm going in Newgrounds. And this happened to be in the top recommended at the time. So, we might be here for a while. It's one of those trial and error sequences. I imagine eventually we'll hit the bottom. I like how at this point, devs are like, this needs absolute silence. No crazy, discordant, nonsensical music playing in the background. We must employ absolute concentration. I mean, to be fair, if I kept hearing about potatoes, tomatoes, and peas over and over, whispered like sweet nothingness into my ear for an hour straight, yeah, I probably would have gone insane. Yeah, that seems to be the case, and, well, each of these entryways is connected in some way. So it's a matter of just pinning down the correct order and making our way to the bottom here. Which, of course, given the number of options that we have in my short-term memory, we might be stuck here for the next hour. Ah, see, it's not just a two-way exit. It can be even three possible outcomes. Or four. Ooh, now it's actually getting a little complex. Because the more you're adding to the equation, that means I can't just hope to beeline my way towards this platform here. I can try and memorize which holes I've been wandering through, and then attempt to click the ones I haven't gone out of yet, but again, it's like a lot of memorization to take into account. And even then, I haven't been like in some of these. Like, I don't think we've exited here yet. There's a lot going on. Did you guys see the news that Vanillaware is finally caving in? And now they're like, oh, you know, we totally would love to give you guys some PC ports, but we're small, independent video game developers, so you're just gonna have to ask the publishers and push them into giving us money so we can give you your Odin Sphere, Dragon's Crown, Unicorn Overlord ports. And like, oh, you sleazy bastards. Now that you finally realize where the money's at, you're trying to twist the narrative around. This is the same company where, who was it that published Unicorn Overlord? Was it Sega? They explicitly offered Vanillaware to fund the multi-platform release, and we're like, no. No, we don't want to. Fuck you. Oh, hang on. Pretty sure I haven't been here before. Yeah, boy. I'm a genius. And by genius, I mean I just kept clicking around. I like this particular effect going here, as if someone just threw a slice of cheese. It started melting. You know, that's very much what they might have done after making this particular set piece. Just picked a slice of Kraft cheese from the fridge, slapped it against this texture here, and like, trust me, this is gonna look great. And it kind of does, actually. Anywho. What's happening here? I can push this device around. Oh. Well, I mean, given that result, we likely want it around here. Okay, what about these two then? There's a plus and a minus sign. I figured that they would have wanted me to tinker with that somehow. Or not. Oh, alright. I can take it all the way with me, if I want. Surely there's a reason for it. Oh, maybe I need to vacuum it to a different location. Good thing I checked this screen. How are we doing on the collectathon then? What's our progress? Huh, only 3 in between here and we'll have the entire picture. And then we can watch Neverhood the movie. Okay. That's a little evil, if you mess up once. Oh, I know, this might actually tell you how many dice per symbol you need in that crane mechanism. I think you can only like mess up once. That's what I'm getting here. I'm gonna go at random for a little bit, because we'll focus down on one particular symbol for now. So as far as I can tell, that's definitely at least 7 of them. So I'm gonna write that down as let's arbitrarily call this thing a controller. And I'll type in 7. And I'll check here. If there was any more. I think I got all of them. We definitely had this Scrimblow thing. And the palace. So now let's get the fuzzy little thing accounted for. We got 4 for certain. Ha, get it? 4 for certain. Ugh. I want to say there was like 5 of them only. Yeah, it seems to be 5. I'm gonna type in Furball 5. And finally Castle. Swan. Two. I only saw 2. Castle 2. Well, hopefully my calculations are correct. And once I dial that in, we can rescue the teddy bear from its imprisonment. There's also the question of where on earth did that device wind up? I could try and follow it through the vacuum, actually. Nope, not fast enough, or they just don't allow it. Well, we can worry about that later. For now, we can go back here to one of the teleportation devices. No, so far I have to say, compared to other point and clicks, even contemporaries of the time, as far as puzzle solving goes, this game has been pretty alright so far. Like, there might be were only two areas where I got stuck for a while. But other than that, it has a very sensible approach to troubleshooting, and sequences leading from one another seem to be logical. Then again, what definitely helps in Neverhood's case, and kind of, in a matter of speaking, dumbs down the difficulty, is we don't really have a proper inventory system to begin with. So on that premise alone, we lose a lot of the old-fashioned item combos, hoarding items to use later on in the game, pixel hunting. Well, it exists to some capacity, like with the switch we saw in the statue room. But let's be honest, it was a pretty massive button, just concealed. Two, 5, 7. That should be it. Fingers crossed. No? The odds are that I may have counted these wrong. Am I like off by a number? Did I misplace or add in one digit too much? That's a little distressing. Does the game expect you to map them first on that board over there? And then come back here and do the thing? Somehow I doubt it, but maybe I should step back and make sure my calculations aren't off. Nope, none here. I'm gonna have to backtrack a little bit. Here to be exact. POV. You are trapped in a parallel dimension made entirely of clay. You question, how are you capable of breathing when there's clearly no visible atmosphere? Just out of curiosity, can I do anything else here, or no? This appears to be our limit. Oh. I may have, Okay, that's gonna be 6 for sure. So definitely fluffed up with, well, these, fuzzy little critters. Maybe do have to line this up. And I'll get that iconic ding when you actually complete the sequence in the game. Hey, Golden. How are you doing, partner? My inside informer on all things local related. I have to ask you, old chum, do we count clavicular as a locale? Because that name has been popping up on my Twitter timeline ever since his recent escapades in plastic surgeries and the flack he's been getting for it. Him and his entire clique. So you mean the looks maxing community in general, I take it. Which, if you're unfamiliar, looks maxing is basically the idea of use any means necessary to improve your physical appearance, even if it involves massive plastic surgeries, just to aim for that quote-unquote perfect physique, which in their eyes is like a Greek statue. And in the case of clavicular, it has reached pretty ridiculous means because the guy has what, in the span of, from what I understand, 1 week, broke his legs, as in bones, to extend his height, got his wisdom teeth removed, and had a nose job. Am I missing out on something, or is that so far the extent of his whimsy? You know what? I'm gonna try and help myself here a little bit. Because from what I'm seeing, the symbols only remain when I click on the same type consecutively. Okay. And then they vanish again. I should definitely take screenshots. What do you mean his her system stolen? Hang on, that's a phrase that is gonna need some elaboration on, my friend, because you are saying words which, by their own, I understand the meaning of, but together, not really. Shortly before 2025 ended, Clef ran over a guy with a Cybertruck. Oh, it's just a wig. Yeah, I mean, listen. As far as my personal opinion goes on quote unquote looks maxing, you are really coming off as an insecure loser. If you care that much about your physical state, unless you are physically deformed, that's when I think plastic surgery should come in. Otherwise, your best bet is to just go hit the gym, make sure that you're fit, take some natural supplements to boost your skin. You know, use readily available solutions and treatment to improve your physical health. As far as mental boost goes, I mean, the gym. I mean, but people roll their eyes whenever working out is brought up. Like, yeah, it's not gonna be the answer to everything, but I can assure you that if you actually put some effort on that machinery, like actually start lifting some weights, then it's gonna give you such a dopamine boost that it will really help with whatever kind of depression you're going through. It will really help you feel better about yourself. Yeah, of course they do, because their whole mentality is results as fast as possible with the least amount of effort put in, which is essentially what steroids are catered towards. Never mind that we have decades of proven science that steroids, despite their short-term effects, also produce long-lasting consequences that effectively, besides blowing up your muscles, also enhance the size of your internal organs, so they can double the size of your heart, for instance, because your heart is also a muscle. So steroids, from their very nature, do not discriminate, and they just have an overall effect on your body. And there's a reason why our internal system is built the way it's meant to. Messing with it on your own, yeah, you should realize that that can produce unwanted effects. Like, how is a heart double its size meant to pump blood when it's inefficient? Nowadays, you actually have supplements that are more herbal based, so they are safer to use, but still, you need to diet, put in the work alongside them, and you will get pretty good results. Like I actually bought a stack of 4 supplements that detox your body, but also improve fat burning rate while you're asleep. This is all like proven science. It's nothing major really. It's just that we have dew solutions, and yeah, it's just a question of reason and actually taking the time to go for it steadily. Yep, mewing. I know what you're referring to, and as stupid as it is to breaking your leg bones, I can kind of get it to a degree, of course, but even then, it still screams you're insecure. But the moment you take a hammer and start smashing your face with it, just to try and improve your jaw structure, that is like, bro, you are absolutely like out of it. At that point, it's pure obsession. Funny you should mention self injections because quite recently I've seen a news article about a girl. I think she was in her early 20s that tried to do self injections, and she ended up with a puffed face. I think it was an allergic reaction that happened due to unregulated Botox application, and she wasn't really like properly sanitizing these to begin with, so she essentially just destroy her own physique through sheer stupidity. I'm sorry if I went off on a tangent, but as someone who takes this time to self-improve, I do get a little passionate when it comes to the how to improve your life rhetoric. And I'm very old school in that sense. Let me have a good look at these creatures that you just posted. Yep, some pretty good Doros. Maybe at some point I should consider my own take on a Doro. Now, here's a little spoiler for you guys. I have commissioned Bozo to make a new emote for us. It is currently a work in progress. I have seen a rough sketch of it, and it's looking pretty good so far. Please do, my friends, so I can catch up on the latest in looks maxing. Now, back to the puzzle at hand. We can't really uncover everything on this board because eventually, once you start veering off into other symbols than the one you start off with, it goes back to a blank slate. So it's what I assumed to be the case to begin with, we just gotta find the correct number of each symbol that we'll need on the crane controls, and then just pop that in. I see 5 of them here. Originally I had 7 marked out. And there is 7 here. Sure. No. Am I missing any more? So that's 3 here, 1 here. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 actually. Alright, that makes sense. Why I wasn't able to brute force this by just shifting each individual digit, because I had 2 symbols not taken into account proper. So it's 8 of these, 6 of the fuzzy little things, and then 2 castles, if I'm not mistaken. As a little final addendum to the clavicular discourse, you want to know how I found out about the guy in the first place? He was a guest at Sam Hyde's show. And even then, he struck me as a buffoon. I think right after that episode, Sam invited another online personality who is pretty famous for giving dating advice. And he's not like a typical beauty standard to begin with. And that dude, whose name I'm blanking on at the moment, I'm sorry, he was just dunking on clavicular and looks maxing. Because in his eyes it was like, okay, I mean, physical appearance is one thing, but it's more about how you carry yourself and your mentality. And it's true. I can assure you from my own personal dating experiences, even online, as bleak as it looks sometimes, perseverance does matter. Because my first proper relationship, it took me maybe like a year of just hanging around online on dating sites until I got in touch with my first girlfriend. And we lasted together for 5 years. So, never give up hope, guys. Ooh. Oh, wait, I remember this. That's from the way back. Hmm. But, how do I know which ones to enter here? Maybe just click the ones that start buzzing? Takes a while to cycle for them, but it's not like I have any better idea at the moment. The humming seems to come from the same one. Surely it can be just hit it multiple times and that'll be the end of it. It's definitely gonna be a code of some sort. But geez, that many? From that screen? Seems a little sketchy to me, quite frankly. And I'm pretty sure that other monitor, yeah, this warbling played when different ones came up. How many do we have total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 possibly? 11? 12. It's quite a bit. Well, one thing at a time. First and foremost, I believe we should knock the crane one out, now that we know, or at least I hope, that we got the answer to our conundrum. Now think about it, backtracking on the way to the monitor which displays the purple runes, it's quite a stretch. Essentially we had to go back to later part of the first hub area. Then again, I mean, we're gonna have to return there one way or another because since the island is now joined, we can take the first cart ride to move across. That seems fine. Yeah. The ding of victory. I actually thought that he was gonna hand the teddy bear over to us. Instead, it's I know. You're up there. It's not like I have any more business over here now, do I? Yeah, I can't even interact with the crane anymore. In which case, besides going back and moving on to the now accessible landmass, we gotta figure out what to do about that string of runes. There's gotta be some kind of cipher to it. First and foremost, however, let me determine what's the best way of retracing our steps. Oh, that just takes us here. Yeah, we don't need to do that. I appreciate the manner in which the game world is interconnected. Like you don't have to take super long stretches going about. I'm guessing we have to tune into the one that will open the door here. Number 8. Yeah, good old potatoes. Alright, I have a feeling that this is gonna strain my 2 active brain cells to its maximum capacity. You know, given the era this game was released in, I think what they would have wanted you to do is figure out the order in which you're meant to input the symbols by drawing them on a piece of paper. So the moment one comes up, when you hear that distinct high-pitched warble, that's when you record it. And from that, you need 12 of them. So what I'm actually gonna do, believe it or not, I am physically gonna grab right now a piece of paper and try this out. I could be taking screenshots, sure, but imagine me trying to merge 12 screenshots potentially into one another. That's gonna be way more effort than just doing this old school. So do excuse me for a minute while I'm actually gonna procure the means of potentially solving this puzzle. Be right back. Okay, so getting a standard blank A4 blank piece of paper was a bit more troublesome than I expected. Like I didn't feel yanking my printer open. So instead, I grabbed a notebook and we'll work with that. Okay, so let us examine if my theory holds any water. And by goodness gracious, I hope we nail it. You know, now that I think about it, maybe it already is showing the order in which I have to do this. And not even requiring me to pay attention to the sound cues. So we have this strange Amogus looking fella. So I'm gonna draw him to the best of my ability. Then this strange tree formation. This constellation. Line with circle. What kind of looks like a radar. Antenna. Bizarre shield. Or coom, depending on how you look at it. Double patty with circles inside of it. Another double patty. This thing. Target with circles around it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So technically 2 more. What looks like a bowl of porridge that someone just flipped over. Then squiggle pointing up. If I'm not mistaken, this should revert back. Yes, it does. None of these symbols besides one instance seem to repeat. Strangely enough, that one did. So maybe it means that that one is interchangeable? It was another antenna this time around. Or maybe it means it's a different cycle each time you activate this? So just in case, I'm gonna put another antenna below the double patty filling of a bob. But anyway. Other than that, besides this one symbol in the middle, which seems to be interchangeable, we got our cipher, at least. That's what I'm hoping for. Ah, yes, my favorite station of all time. Do do do. 24 hours of it, non-stop. Oh yeah, Golden Frosty. Not sure if you guys are still around, but since we've talked about this on several occasions, pour one out for Girls Frontline Fire Control. End of service, August 26th. Never stood a chance. Not that they were going to do anything with it, but you know, it makes so much sense with it being field test for Project Butterfly. That recent tweet from 404 Griffin, which pointed out that if you rewatch the trailer, it does look like the girls are juxtaposed with their anime art style against the Fortnite-like environment, and it is actually funny to consider this to be GFL Fortnite. I never had attachment to Fire Control. If it did, by any miracle, get a global release, I would have given it like a one shot, and if I did end up enjoying it, cool. If not, then nothing of value was lost. In the end, Reverse Collapse 2 is where it's at. That we will be seated for. Looking forward to the next Balin announcement, which should be on Wednesday, and my expectation is hopefully we move on to Dawnforger, be it Cheyenne or Lorelei. I don't remember off the top of my head what was the CN sequence letter card, but it's Mika. For Global, they do their own thing anyway, so for all we know, it could just be like, hey guys, here's Sexton instead. Enjoy. I mean, I would, but I would also like for things to proceed in chronological order now, please. As much as I'm able to kind of sort of piece the narrative together now, it still gets me sometimes. Like, have you played the recent story event yet, Frosty? But the thing that, like, made me go, huh? Was Perry being name dropped in the middle of it. Whereas her debut was during Mills Burner Loop. Which makes you think, okay, so does that mean that Mills Burner Loop takes place before Dawnforger? And after Anti-Parallel? You'd think so, right? Well, no, because during Mills Burner, you also have Sabrina come up, and Frostfall, which haven't appeared in the main campaign yet, so, what are we doing here? Please, some consistency. Anyway, I'm gonna try and lock in right now. First comes the Amogus. Then I know when I see it, based off my scribbles. Oh, she missed it. That's okay. We'll wait for the next rotation. Maybe it's supposed to be that line with the circle. Then the antenna. Shield-looking rune. And then maybe another antenna. Or a paddy. I'll give the antenna a try. Maybe it is an interchangeable symbol. Okay, then we put a awkward hamburger thing. Um, believe I missed the one I was supposed to intercept. Wait for it. This guy. Then the target. Flip ball. And finally, this. No? Oh, shoot. That's annoying. Maybe I do have to put in a hamburger then. Oh, or maybe that thing because of the sound effect. Right. It didn't resonate with me, but yeah, they intentionally left it out at previous screen with the changing symbols, so you could figure it out based on a repeating one. Okay, if that's the gimmick here, sure. Within reason. Come on. Fingers crossed. Jackpot. Is that everything we had to come in here for? Not quite. There appears to be something over here. How would you get up there? Via cart. Let me take it. Well, maybe now that we have joined the two bits of land into one structure, that will loop around here eventually and can go out and get up on that elevation. Suppose. Also, I should probably check on the tape status. We had the one video player here. Two more. We are slowly approaching the finale. I'm gonna assume it's safe to say we have no more business to take care of here, so now we gotta mosey on. Back to the central hub. Weirdly enough, though, it's not letting me go through there. So I guess, should use the teleporter? Not a particularly big inconvenience. Something irks me about this part here. Can I click on it? If there's a tape hidden here, which I will be only see by lighting this place up somehow, I'm gonna be a little bit upset. Now, but just in case, I will take a screenshot of this room, in case, for some dang reason, I'll need to know those three green symbols. Let's head back home, shall we? Or the closest approximation to where a home would be. Nope. That is not it. Not sure if I talked about it before, but me biding my time has actually finally paid off, because that Elden Ring Tarnish edition, which includes Shadow of the Erdtree DLC and some extra goodies, is actually gonna have a multi-platform release. Which kind of explains why Shadow of the Erdtree never got a discount. I knew those sneaky sons of guns from Software were eventually planning a Game of the Year edition of some sort. It was only a matter of time. It happened with all their previous games. So why not Elden Ring? And you know what? I bet you, even while owning the base game on Steam, I'm still gonna have to pay full price for the tarnished version. Frankly, if anything, I'll probably end up playing through Bloodborne sooner. whether I'm gonna stream it or not. That is an entertaining possibility. I do believe a lot of viewers here would enjoy watching me suffer through Bloodborne, especially coming in as a Souls veteran, engrossed in the traditional mindset of, oh, just make a tanky build, block through everything, and you'll be fine. Oh, I already know that doesn't fly in Bloodborne, friends. So that's gonna be... It's gonna be quite the playthrough, rest assured. Just have to check on the latest Chat PS4 updates, see if maybe there were further performance enhancements while I wasn't looking. Granted, it was already running pretty darn good on the version that I have, but if they somehow manage to fix the character creation bug, which is not a big deal, but it would be nice to make your own crime against humanity protagonist, I would not mind the slightest. And as I suspected, we did eventually wind up here. I don't know if that was a tape or not. Oh. So that's it for here? Can't go any further. We did move the teddy bear around, so I'm guessing we gotta reach him now, wherever that boy went off to. Whilst I'm here, may as well try and confirm whether I picked up another log or not. Potentially, we could take the other cart ride where the laboratory was and try to interact with the other screens, like, for instance, the castle spire. Chances are the environment might have shifted there. Yes, I actually brought it up, Golden. Nothing of value was lost. And, technically speaking, we are getting fire control too. except with a Sunborn budget. Okay, so I didn't pick up a tape, whatever that was. Ah, right, the door. I think the only thing people are just now hoping when it comes to fire control is that they release all the assets. So basically, people will know which of the dolls were supposed to make it in later down the road, and they'll have access to the models, so they can muck around with them. Will the cannon point at anything else now? Can even move it. No, not really. No, get off it. Well, that pretty much leaves just running around the cart and see what else we can do. Maybe the teddy bear is now accessible in a location I've been through, but couldn't quite reach. I wouldn't have minded either. It didn't look great, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Then again, like I said, I feel like Butterfly is gonna be exactly that, but with more money behind it. So at the end of the day, we still might get a fair shot. Let's see if I can ascend up the tower first. This should leave me... Okay, it just circles around the laboratory. Was that the cannon thing? You could. You still have time till the 26th of August before they shut it down for good. I don't imagine it's gonna have a particularly active game community now the news broke out, but I imagine some people will still get whatever games they can. Ah, good thinking. That way it doesn't become lost media entirely. I was gonna say who in their right minds would put in that much effort to preserve a half-baked Chinese hero shooter, but then I remembered we're talking about the GFL community. They totally would undertake that kind of project. Nope. Nothing new here. So, where do we want me to go exactly? Maybe you need to get a bird's eye view again, and based on that, try and determine where I should be traveling? Because as it stands, I kind of don't have any more clues. Kind of solved all the puzzles there are. Accessible to me. Never underestimate people's dedication to revive even the most obscure dead games. And you know what? That is commendable effort. If I end up getting stuck for too long, I'll probably just pull up a walkthrough to give me an idea where I need to be going. For now, I'll see if I can perhaps figure this out on my own. Now that I think about it, there was a part where I used a vacuum to move some kind of device. The same one that picked up the mouse from earlier. Not sure where they end up landing. Fine, in that case, let's check around here. First, I'm gonna get bird's eye view. Right. That seems to be our destination. The palace. This, I think, here is where the teddy bear got relocated. Because this appears to be our starting area. We have the canyon, that's the canyon below. This where we looped around to the tower here. The only... we've also been here for sure. Because I recognize that thing. This mountain is the only thing that irks me at the moment. I don't remember if we've managed to reach this place and if we can do it in the first place. Are we sure there's nothing you can do here? Doesn't seem like it. Well, let's peep around here, then. I think the teddy bear might be where the mountain is, if this carving here is to be believed. Question is, how do we travel there? Can I talk with this unfriendly NPC and maybe he'll have something cool to tell me this time around? Besides being a snarky asshole.
I gave it the holler records. The guy goes and he keeps coming back.
Nope. Never mind then. Clicking like a madman, but nothing seems to come up. Is there anything you could do here besides operating the crane? Pretty sure. You know, there was a room very early on where you could pull a rope and a strange creature would drop on you. Maybe now that I've picked up whatever object I did, I could do something with it. Because otherwise, yeah, we kind of just did what we could. There's... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I already passed through here when I was picking up the object on the balcony. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is follow the one lead I have, and if that doesn't turn out, then I'll just keep a walkthrough to see what I'm blacking out on. Just so you know, improve the pace a little bit, so we don't end up walking in circles forever. We have things set up. It's just a matter of now reaching the next area somehow. Good thing you can just press space during these interactions. Make it a little faster to move back and forth. Not here. What I'm thinking is this house. Climb up the stairs, bud. Wait, you can't? Why though? I guess there's no point to it anymore? I'm at a loss then. Feels like the only idea I had left. Okay, try my best, so I will only peep as much as I have to. Otherwise, I don't think I'm stumble upon this myself. To tell you the truth. Okay, so I got what apparently is a key. Go all the way back to the cannon. Sit on the cannon, enter the 3 horizontal symbols and 3 vertical symbols you've seen earlier in the game. I knew these damn symbols would be useful for something. So they aren't just for show. Okay, I have the 3 horizontal ones. Vertical, I think we've seen them in the archive. It was like down here, wasn't it? How do we do this? All right, I have to turn the lights off. Pretty sure. Yep. These set of lines. And then I'll take what I have from the screenshot and also write them down. Paper, so it's easier. Okay. So it's time to head back to the cannon and fire up once again. People have been trying to gaslight me into believing that the new Masters of the Universe, the He-Man movie, is actually pretty decent. I couldn't help but just raise my eyebrows. Because remember, Jared Leto plays Skeletor in that flick. And given Jared Leto's past track record, I'm very suspicious. Extremely suspicious, even. I mean, if this actually ended up to be his best role ever, good on him, I suppose. But, we're talking about the same guy who was one of the worst Jokers and Morbius. I think, legitimately, the one decent movie he starred in was early on in his career, and that was American Psycho, where he plays a minor character, and it didn't particularly strike me as bad, but then again, it was a particularly memorable character to begin with. So, I guess he did the right job. Man, between Christian Bale and Willem Dafoe, now think about it, American Psycho had a stacked lineup. Such a great production. So what if it differs from the book? That's exactly what makes it so fun. Oh, actually, pardon me, I don't need to go through this entire ordeal. Just need to sit by the cannon. Okay, horizontal is rather straightforward. I think. I saw a set of 4, but that's the closest approximation you get. Oh, no, wait, I'm being stupid. I am being a silly sausage. You actually meant to put them here. That ought to do it. Oh, you can actually move it around now. Well, why the hell would we do that? Man. After all the effort that guy did to help us, that's how we repay him? Well, I mean, I guess it was all just to reach him. use as a means to get to the teddy bear. Okay, that's fine. We can leave now. I don't want to shoot anymore, please. How do I exit? Okay, thank you. Well, that means that me lowering the staircase actually had some sense behind it. So we will have to go down there, after all. I just didn't expect this would lead up to me having to shoot the robot to use as a makeshift bridge. Then again, we are talking adventure game logic, where sometimes, quite often in fact, you have to throw logic outside the window. I like to pretend that our little talking head Kermit on the left hand side is jamming out to these sick tunes. I'm not gonna lie, the Muppets renditions of Once in a Lifetime by the Talking Heads and Beach Boys Kokomo really warmed me up to those two songs in particular. Oh, did I mess it up? I guess so. It was a rather unpleasant reaction. The one animation you can't skip, but listen, those guys were so proud of how they worked their stop motion magic to animate Clayman inflating and deflating respectively, so I'll let it slide. I believe that in our current state we are truly at a blank slate. Not counting whatever we transported through a vacuum. That I think is gonna be necessary for another puzzle coming up. Good, bad. Hey now, we get to be a mech pilot. Mom, can we buy Gundam? We have Gundam at home. The Gundam at home at question. Your guess is as good as mine, buddy. Jump out of hole. If only we could have done that ages ago. Whoa. Is that thing we aggroed? Or another instance of it? Hey, how's it hanging, neighbor? Get in the robot, Shinji. I will say that's a creative way of opening a passageway. Oh, we're not going back, it would seem. Although we probably need to. Yo, are we gonna have a big ol' robot brawl with the villain? Beast release? Kinda. Yo, kaiju fight? In claymation? Let's go.
Clockwork beef! Clockwork beef! We're doomed!
Let's go, Playman. Beat his ass. I get to relax for a bit and just watch a movie. Is object a bear? Yes. Deploy bear retrieval unit. This is 100% soul. What a treat to just kick back and watch. No. Don't let him nick the teddy bear. And that's a total of 2 alien sheep. No. You fiend. Oh, you have absolutely pissed him off right now. You're good as dead, Buster. will show you playing with dolls. Yo! That was a Sakazaki kick if I see one. I believe neither of us anticipated the king having a cannon override. Bro, you better jump out of that robot. He is not having a good time.
Bill, hang on!
Rest in peace, Bill. Your sacrifice shall be remembered. He went out valiantly, avenging the one he loved the most. The Teddy. Anywho, we're in the castle now. Penultimate log. Guessing this is where it's meant to be sitting. Ah. Well, that's gonna be handy, so... Taking a screenshot as we speak. Then, hang on, just gonna make sure we have OBS in the window here. Radio. Ah. It's the key I picked up earlier. So... Right, we gotta go in that order. I imagine that I've just seen. So it's 11, 10, 14. Unless there's more. Oh wait, because there's 3 symbols corresponding to the numbers. Okay, I understand now. We need 3 separate keys. So this one will go to 11. And then the other 2, 10 and 14. Fair enough, in that case, let us explore away. I certainly do like this dark and dingy environment that we found ourselves in. Kind of a horror flavor to it, don't you think? Needle much? Also, another key dangling here. This feels like a set Jim Dawson's creatures studio would have built for Dark Tower. Hey, it comes with a lift? Convenient. And another teleporter. Ooh. Okay, we got all the tapes, so brace yourselves, guys. We're gonna view the whole picture now. Story time.
Hello. Me Willie. Me Willie Trombone.
More like Willy Wanker. Sorry.
These discs tell a story. Story about good. Story about bad. These discs are all that are left of the true story. True story of the closing of the Third Age. Willie know that once you know this truth, then you know what to do. Listen, I tell you. It all starts with Hoborg, a being who had to create because he had to. He make a world full of beauty and wonder. This world, the Neverhood, a world where he could live forever and evermore. Hoborg thought this world would make him happy, but it make him sad.
Guess he was alone.
Walking around his big, beautiful new world make him feel all alone.
Yep.
But then, Hoborg get him an idea.
It's a
He
twist on
said,
the Christian creation
I
myth.
know.
With a
I'll make
funny twist.
friend to enjoy this world with me.
Hoborg happy to have a new friend. He named him Clog and welcome him to the Neverhood.
Wait, us?
Everything you see here is yours to
It does look like
enjoy.
Clayman.
You and I shall spend all our days here together. With you by my side, I'll make more.
Crown!
No! I mean, no, Clog. This crown is the only thing that you cannot have. I am ruler of
Now
this
we're going
world,
for the
the Neverhood.
Adam and Eve
And the
angle.
ruler needs his crown.
Forbidden fruit.
Surely you can understand that. Now go and explore your new home, while I go back to my throne room to plan some more people to make.
Oh, this won't go.
So
South surely.
Hoborg go to make more friends. And Clog start thinking bad things. Sitting in the throne room, Hoborg start thinking about who he make next.
Huh? What? My crown!
Now, Hoborg, we shall see who rules this world. You cannot rule without a crown.
Clog! No!
I declare myself Clog, ruler of the Neverhood.
What have I done?
Probably should have had a little more foresight by making a good friend. Oh, now he's the villain we know. So that was Clog all along.
My, this baby packs a lot of... What's this? Frozen solid, hmm? It seems this crown does more than give you reign over the Neverhood. It's also your secret to life. What a pity.
Glug right about that. Without his crown, Holborg's stuck in a big, helpless sleep. Ooh, that clog scare me.
Why would you throw away the crown, though? Wouldn't that be your
Look
source of power now?
icky, But
Or am I
maybe
just
hope,
overthinking this?
maybe a life seed. Holborg boo-boo with clog. Clog go all stinky bad. But Willie know what to do. Yes. Ooh, me hope Clog no find out about
Hey, that's our starting room from the beginning of the game.
Happy birthday! If you watching this, then you do good. Really happy. Now you need this. Go do more good. And look out for bad.
Okay,
Really know
that's great.
bad is always where you forget to look.
Amazing fourth wall breaking.
Bye.
Just hands you the second key. Ah, well, this can be taken care of easily enough. Granted, we still have this teleporter here. Nice that we open up that door. We'll make a save regardless before we head in. Just in case there's more to do. Leave that as a new one. There we go. All three are set in place, so 11 is where it should be. So now we just gotta plan these two. It goes like this, or the other way around. We'll know in a minute. Let's go. Ooh, hey. A throwback to old times. Well, we know what to do with our pal here. Ah, here's the thing though. We need two of these guys. One to lower the gate, and one to make the drawbridge. So maybe that's where the teleporter comes in. We need to get another one of them set up in this room. Up the elevator it is then. One button is busted. Um... Hmm. Does it want me to go to the very beginning? And... open up the correct wire. Because what we've seen down there is a parallel of the first room in the game. There's gotta be a reason why we have this teleporter available to us. I have a feeling that we'll need to go back to the starting room. If we do that, however, even if I try to move the creature around, that's just gonna close the door. Isn't it? We won't be able to get out of the house. Assuming that's the parallel I'm looking for here. Yeah, my suspicion is that we have to bring it here somehow. So we have two to hold the ropes for us. How we're gonna get about that? That's the tricky part. Sorry, I'm just brainstorming right now. Trying to come up with sensible ideas. Can't end up even paying attention right now where I'm going exactly. Let me go back to that starting house. I could be on the completely wrong track here for all I know, but it is a notion worth pursuing for now. I have no idea how it lug that thing all the way to the palace. Especially since, like I said, the moment I take him away from holding the rope, the door is gonna close behind us. Close in front of us. You can think about the logistics of it in a moment. Back to where it all started. Okay, that just leaves us here. Uh... You can't even push him further away. I don't think this is it. Another idea that I have is head back down. Try something else. Okay, but do I need that over here, or can I push it further? I can only move it back and forth as much. Maybe it's more simple than I'm imagining it to be. It actually is. Hello? Anyone home?
I'm sorry. Did I frighten you? My name is Clog. Everything you see here is mine to do with as I so desire. And I desire for all of this to be yours to rule. All you have to do is wear the adornment of a king. Yes, the Neverhood crown. You know where this baby goes, so let us make our decision, shall we?
Oh, okay. I actually do get to make a choice. How about I put it in the crown then?
Yes, yes! He bought it! I win!
Uh-oh.
I am the ruler of this world now.
Oh shit, we became Clog 2. The Revenge. So that makes it at least 3 possible endings throughout the game. One, you take the plunge down the drain early on. You can accept the crown and become a more ruthless Clog. Or we could deny him. And I'm thinking they want me to be a good boy and put it back on the Holbog. So let's do just that. I love how I was absolutely scratching my head trying to come up with crazy scenarios in my head on the possibility of getting another Venus flytrap in this room, just to be able to get both the drawbridge and the gate set up. But no, you just have to use this guy to launch yourself over the obstacle. Anyhow.
I'm sorry. Did I frighten you? My name is Clog.
Can't really skip this, so
Here is
we get to
I
watch
do with as
some
I
fine
so
claymation
desire.
once again.
And I desire for all of this to be yours to rule. All you have to do is wear the adornment of a king. Yes, the Neverhood crown. You know where this baby goes, so let us make our decision, shall we?
The only thing I don't understand here was Clog's endgame, because he knew the moment Clayman would put on the crown, he would become corrupted. So maybe he was hoping for an accomplice, but nah, this guy just became an even meaner version of our bad boy here. Now, let's do the right thing.
What? What? I know what you're thinking, and you can forget it. Huh?
Yo,
What the?
got him with the oldest trick in the book, pens down.
I promise you will regret this. You are toying with forces for which you know nothing about. Climate, no!
Oh, yes. Hail to the king. Welcome home, Holbog. Hope you had a nice nap.
Asleep so long. Who woke me? What is your name?
Clayman.
That's the first and only voice line he gets.
Of course. Well, stand up, friend. You saved this world and...
Die, you old fool!
Son of a gun, one could say.
No,
Clearly.
I never really understood that guy. Come on, Clayman. We've got a Neverhood to finish. This nursery is where it all starts. So wait here, Clayman, and I'll make you some friends.
Oh. Oh. That's a concerned look. Sure. What is even going on down there? Four hours later. What if he just ends up making Clog again?
Clayman, wake up. Hey everybody, this is Clayman, and without his smarts, compassion, and high moral fiber, we wouldn't be here today.
Half a cheer for Clayman!
Hip hip hoo!
It is now time to goof off.
Hell yeah. I like how his idea of making more friends was just take Clayman and recolor him. Well, I suppose Clayman being a better prototype of a friend than the Clog, so doesn't get any better than that. Oh yeah, we kind of forgot about Willie, didn't we? And hey, Bill, the MVP of this playthrough.
Man, things are good.
And now, we let the credits roll. Great game. I enjoyed it thoroughly from start to finish. Without me coming it up, this was easily one of the best point and clicks I have played in all time. Not just because I am biased towards claymation as an art form, although this visually distinct art style definitely carried it, along with the unusual soundtrack. But Yeah, as far as puzzles go, it was coherent, clever, and genuinely enjoyable to figure out on my own. That's probably a dead website at this point. Here's one to Douglas Apple, the brain behind this project. It keeps going. Brilliant. Every now and then, we do get this creative spurt again, which I think Mason Lindroth of Hilux fame carries quite well, because he is a one-man entrepreneur who manages to not only design graphics but also does the soundtrack for his own games, and it's just like a jack of all trades type of game designer. So he's able to capture the magic of claymation. But yeah, it's actually kind of sad that this is where we have to end our journey. As fun as it was, like yeah, I must reiterate, this is a really good point and click. A bit on the shorter side for sure.
Froggy ass.
I am going to commit suicide.
Then again, I don't really hold it against Neverhood, because I think an average of 8 to 9 hours used to be more or less what you'd expect from a game from this era. Let's be honest, a lot really boiled down to you just being able to figure out the puzzles at your own pace. It was pretty horrorish at parts, as far as the visuals went. No further, especially once we hit the final castle, the interior, where it had kind of like a Jim Davis styled Dark Tower aesthetic. Sooner than you would expect. That was actually going to be my next game that I'll be starting on a future stream. So you won't have to wait for Soul Reaver 2 much longer. We shall continue the Blood Omen narrative. And as far as Neverhood things are related, I will look into Skull Monkeys. The only issue with that one is I don't believe it ever had a PC release. Let me just confirm that real quick. So we'll have to emulate it. Yeah, it was a PS1 exclusive. Just kind of weird, but actually it is super weird, because Electronic Arts published it. So you would have thought that it will be on multiple platforms. Yeah, Skull Monkeys came out in 1999, developed by the Neverhood Inc., so same developers. EA published it for the PlayStation. It is the sequel to the Neverhood. Rather than being an adventure game, it is a platformer. Players take again control of Clayman, who this time must defeat a horde of creatures called Skull Monkeys, under the command of his old foe Clog. So I'm just gonna give you a brief look. On a surface level, from what I see from the screenshots. Let me see if I can just pull one up real quick for reference on stream. One that's preferably not WebBP. Dang it. Because I want you guys to see this, and I'm sure many will you agree when I bring up this comparison. Okay, I think I got something going on now. Okay, where is it though? It should be my desktop. Why is media searching live always such a hassle? There we go. It's a little on the smaller side, granted, but kind of looks like Oddworld a little bit, doesn't it? Which wasn't claymation, but the way it looks strongly resembles that series, at least the original 2D platformers. Maybe a bit of Donkey Kong 64 here as well. Rather, Super Donkey Kong. That's what I'm referring to. Yep, that is apparently Skull Monkeys. Yep, I'll look into that one. Hopefully it's easy enough to set up and we can continue on with the Neverhood narrative. Well, granted, it is a means to an end. It isn't particularly, like super creative or revolutionary in terms of story beats, but you saw just how many layers of text were down that archive. Oh yes, Mr. Boats would also be a good stream game candidate. It's kind of been at the back of my head for a while now. Just I always get distracted with other stuff on a playthrough because the more we move on, the more games come out. They do want to show off. I am aware of the difficulty curve. The Dark Souls of platformers, if you will. It's not a beat a dead horse anymore. It's more like old school video game difficulty that you would grow up on your NES. Yeah, that's more of a fair comparison. Ninja Gaiden, Silver Surfer, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that sort of vibe. What else did I want to say? So besides Skull Monkeys, I did bring this up briefly during the first Neverhood stream as an intro, but there was actually a spiritual successor attempt, Armacrog, which did get released, but it didn't do so well. Unfortunately, like it had decent enough reviews, from what I can see, just never quite picked up as far as popularity goes, which it's a sad tale. Oftentimes, parallel to games to attempt to recapture the magic of their predecessors. They're not quite able to pull through because they just don't understand the assignment anymore, or they try something else and it doesn't quite click together. Nope, they're pretty much gone. As far as I'm aware, this IP is pretty much in a state of limbo. I don't even know who owns it at this stage. I mean, we've seen EA's name being attached to Skull Monkey, so they probably hold the rights to at least that game. Armacrog, on the other hand, that was made by a studio called Pencil Test, which was Doug TenNapel's new venture, and published by a company called Versus Evil, which... what did these guys publish? Oh, Pillars of Eternity. Okay. They got some gems here under their label. Pillars of Eternity, Banner Saga, Gilded Dungeoneering. I've heard of that one. It's apparently a pretty decent indie title. Oh yeah, that would have been hilarious. Like, they don't even know what they're actually sleeping on, and just keep the name tucked away in a vault. Here's what Armacrog looks like. I mean, it looks close enough to Neverhood. Like, I can definitely see the parallel. The visuals have definitely been touched up. You can see a little more refinement going on with the models and environments. Wait, is this actually available for purchase? Oh, it is. It is available on Steam and GOG. Interestingly. Mixed reviews on Steam. Currently on sale for 80% off. Hey, I might cop it. Sure, for that price tag, why not? Just to support more claymation-related projects. Well, anywho, that's got a bit for Neverhood. Thumbs up for me. It's actually refreshing to play a game I can genuinely get behind this time around, instead of, well, you know, it's pretty decent, but it's got these and these shortcomings which can make it annoying, and it's more of a taste preference, whether it's up your alley or not. No, this time around, I could sign my name under whether or not to recommend Neverhood or not. It is a definite yes from me. Short, but sweet. And easily the best point-and-click adventure I've played by a long shot. Alrighty, thank you everyone for sticking around. Pleasure as always. And we shall see each other for Soul Reaver 2 sometime next week. What? Short and sweet? uh, Listen, you might be short, but you're a king regardless. And where was I before I lost track of what I was about to say? Oh yeah, besides Soul Reaver 2, we will have another playthrough going along. I'm just not sure what I want to settle on for now. There were a couple of games I've contemplated. A little more on the long format. Alternatively, I've kind of been in the mood to dive into some Warhammer content. I'm not gonna lie, while I was watching the PC Gaming Show, the trailer for the new Warhammer kind of got me pumped up, even though I haven't really played much of the 40k strategy games. But you know what 40k media I do own? Bolt Gun, which is getting a sequel not too far into the future. And I would be down to wash off the Rise of the Triad taste with possibly swell first-person shooter of a newer gen. Shadow Hearts? Maybe. Maybe. You never know. I will make a note of it. But yeah. Anywho, I'm sure I'll eventually settle on something alongside Soul Reaver 2. And you'll guys be the first ones to know it. In the meantime, I'll see you around soon. Take it easy and good weekend to you all.